comes to cross-dimensional encounters. That's where we're going. A lot of people say they have to see it to believe it. That's nice. But I 100% disagree. I think you have to believe it to see it, all right? And on that note, I have an uncle who goes by the name of Scooter. He lives a very simple life in my home state of Georgia, enjoys hunting and fishing. Real sweet guy, but could easily be classified as a redneck. And so he's on his way to meet one of the good old boys for an annual hunting trip. He's driving his truck down a backcountry road when suddenly he gets T-boned, and it sends his truck flipping several times, and it lands upside down in the ditch. The paramedics arrive. They have to use the jaws of life, which for those of you who don't know, those are those hydraulic cutter thingies, formerly known as the Hearst Rescue Tool, actually. A life flight's been called because he's non-responsive. And they finally set him free, but it's looking like it's too late. He has 0 vitals and he's dying. So they fly him to the hospital. He's in critical condition. I mean, his red neck is literally broken, among other things. I know it's so bad. They rush him into surgery. And meanwhile, I'm in LA. I've been updated on the situation by my mom over the phone, but there's nothing I can do. So I'm just here bebopping. I find myself going into one of my favorite shops called Transformations. And that's one of those stores where you can find crystals and Buddha statues and sage, all of the supplies a guru wannabe needs. And I'm here because I've seen a flyer for a Halloween special where they brought in like spiritual healers and psychics and a past life reader, and that's who I was interested in. I already have a psychic, thanks. But past lives sounded really neat. I wanted to get in on that. So I'm at the counter to sign up for that. When it's like, I lose hearing in my left ear, and my right ear pops open and zooms in on a conversation happening across the store, where this woman's like, I love Tina. She's probably the best medium we have here. And I just blurt out to the owner, I go, is the medium here? Can I have an appointment with her? Like, that's not even who I was here to see. And she goes, actually, yeah, she has a slot available right now. Follow me. So next thing I know, I'm sitting at a table behind some partitions in the back of the store across from Tina. And now, Tina doesn't look how we all presume mediums look. Okay, she's not Professor Trelawney from Harry Potter. She's not bug-eyed or old. She's younger than you'd expect. She's homey. Reminds me of a cool aunt. And so Tina's like, what brings you here? And I'm like, I have no idea. I just felt compelled to sit with you. But then it hits me and I go, but maybe I'm here to talk about my uncle? I explain that he's been in a horrific accident. I'm like, is he gonna die? Like, should I be preparing for that? She says, okay, let me see, gets in the zone, does her thing. She closes her eyes. It's like she leaves the building. She says, okay, you said your uncle's still alive, right? I said, I think so. She says, okay, well, he's here. He's not currently in his body, and he'd like to talk to you. What? I'm stunned. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, tell him to get his ass back in his body. But she starts telling me what he has to say. She says he's fascinated, that he's doing and experiencing and seeing things he never would have imagined possible. I mean, this is a guy who has a room full of guns and dead animals. And here he is floating around a mystical gift shop on the left coast. Fascinating. But he says he's coming back, though. Fingers crossed. He says he's shocked because he didn't know that we cared. And that hurt to hear. But he also says that he's going to remember all of this. Okay, so I leave Tina, I call my mom, I tell her everything. She and I are on the same wavelength, so she doesn't question it, she relieves me. And she calls me back later in the day. And she says, well, the doctor just came to speak with us. He's alive. He's recovering now, but he's very lucky because they lost him several times throughout the surgery. I was like, no shit, he was bebopping with me in sunny California. Oh my God, so I don't see my uncle until Christmas. We all gather back in Georgia, barbecue, of course. And the family's sitting around asking him about his experience and how he's doing. And he remembers, kind of. He jokingly remembers standing outside of the truck while they tried to set him free. He says he recalls floating above his body during the surgeries, but then he has a good laugh and chalks it up to the drugs. Other than my mom and I, it's not really a group that's drinking the spiritual Kool-Aid. And so everybody has a good laugh. Oh, good on you, Scooter, you pulled through. But then everybody goes about their business, and he and I lock eyes across the room. And in that moment, he smiles at me. And in that moment, I know he remembers talking to me. That's it.